welcome you to watching Don Bosco Media Network. This is Monali Sarambai, bringing you the Salesian news across the globe. Salesian Missions hosted its 75th anniversary dinner at the Green Tree Country Club in New Rochelle, November 22nd, beginning at 6 p.m. Around 200 people, including SDBs, MMAs, novices, pre-novices, candidates, aspirants, lay colleagues, staff members and friends attended the event, including the Rector Major Father Angel Fernandez Artime, SDB, and General Counsellor for Inter-America Region to the SUE Province, Father Hugo Orozco, SDB, and nearly filled up the ballroom. Confreres and colleagues were treated to videos on the history and work of Salesian Missions. Additionally, Salesian Mission staff members who had over 25 years of service were recognized and honored with a gift which was presented to them by the Rector Major. They then posed for pictures with Father Angel and Father Tim Plock, SDB. Salesian Missions presented the Rector Major with a check for $2 million to be used for services that directly benefit the young. Father Angel then gave a beautiful speech which was translated by Father Tim. Everyone was overjoyed to meet the Rector Major and be in his presence. Don Bosco Mitra School, Bangalore joined hands with Rainbow Children's Hospital, Bangalore to spread awareness of the challenges faced by children post-pandemic. The event was held on November 20th, 2022 at Kantiriva Stadium, Bangalore, with over 1,500 children from various schools taking a walk with placards carrying messages to overcome post-pandemic challenges. The COVID-19 pandemic brought a complex array of challenges that had mental health repercussions for everyone, including children. Grief, fear, uncertainty, social isolation, increased screen time, and parental fatigue have adversely affected the children. Supporting children to get back to their daily way of life and spreading awareness on important aspects like physical wellness, being with nature, mental wellness, socialization, and immunity are considered the need of the hour. To make children and elders aware of the post-pandemic changes, doctors and specialists from the health sector spoke about the importance of health hygiene, physical and mental wellness, and daily exercise. Father George P.S., the manager of Don Bosco Mitra School, spoke about the difficulties that the school teachers face in this post-pandemic, educating children and concentrating on the lessons taught in the class. The use of first aid in an emergency was enacted for the children through a skit. Along similar lines, there were other animated programs to teach the children about personal hygiene. Consecrated Salesians, lay people and young people from all the presences that make up the St. Joseph province of Uruguay, URU, celebrated their pre-chapter assembly on Tuesday, November 22nd, with the aim of discerning and identifying the most essential themes and elements to work on the provincial chapter scheduled for February 2023. Also participating in this gathering was Father Gabriel Romero, counselor for the Salesian region of South Cone America, who offered his perspective on the Salesian mission in Uruguay at the end of his extraordinary visitation to the province. Ahead of that meeting, the pre-chapter assembly began in the premises of the Salesian Institute, John the 23rd, with a prayer led by the Hey Algo Mass group. Then, in the auditorium of the Salesian Institute of Formation, URU Provincial, Father Alfonso Bayor invited everyone to take up the image of fire present in the Salesian Pastoral Educational Project of the province and to reflect on how is our fire, our life, our interiority, to how to get to touch the most authentic place starting from God, from our charism. The situation in the east of the Democratic Republic of Congo and in particular near Goma continues to remain critical. Since November 8, several hundred families, estimated at several thousand people from the northern city of Goma, have occupied all the play areas around the Salesian Center, Don Bosco Ngangi. As told by the Fides News Agency, since the end of last year, one of the rebel groups in the area has taken up arms again. Last June, it took over Buna Ganga on the border with Uganda, and after several weeks of calm, went on the offensive on October 20th, extending the territory under its control. Because of this, thousands of people have begun to flee the region's most dangerous areas to try to save themselves. The situation has worsened in recent days as the front line has moved closer to Goma. There are reports of 40,000 internally displaced people in the DRC. Uhuru Kenyatta, former president of Kenya and African Union, envoy as a facilitator for negotiations between the belligerents after visiting the IDP camp, pleaded as a press conference. First, we stop the war. Then we start a dialogue. We cannot make children, mothers, and the elderly live like animals. We don't say, first we talk. No, first we stop the war. The 12th meeting of Salesian Euro project planners was held this year in Turin Valdocco on November 16 to 19, 2022, with work taking place on the 2 central days. Promoted by the Youth Ministry sector with 116 participants, the program included training on the Erasmus call for proposals, exchange of good practices, meeting of European Salesian schools to collaborate on the same project idea, presentation of DB Tech Europe, institutional partners and companies. The coordinator of the work was Ivan Toscano, reference person for the DB Tech Europe of the Youth Ministry sector. There are three proposals of this network born in 2013. The first is to develop and consolidate the Salesian network to increase the capacity to cooperate as partners in local, national and transnational spheres, raising awareness of opportunities in education and training in Europe. Second, to offer methodologies and tools for the optimal management of collaborative European projects on topics such as active citizenship, social inclusion, and the promotion of European values of democracy and solidarity. Last, foster training workshops to learn the rudiments of European project, design and try their hand at writing projects in response to calls from European funding. So viewers, that is all we have for you today. Until we meet again, thank you for watching.